but your business is worth nothing unless you have retention. Okay, so don't neglect your core values as a brand, which should always be quality and putting the customer first. You know what we're about to do? We've got a helicopter for the day so we can film some Black Friday hooks. Sometimes you've got to think outside the box on how to grab attention, especially because everyone is so consumed by content these days. You're not just competing with e-com brands, you're competing with vloggers, content creators. So yeah, we're gonna take you guys on the journey today. Black Friday's obviously like a week away, so there's been a lot of preparation. But yeah, this one's gonna be exciting. So by the way, I get asked this question all the time, like what's the best account structure? Guys, if you have a shit ad that you've created with basically no research, so you've just thrown glue at a wall, it doesn't matter what campaign you put it in, whether it be a cost cap or a bid cap or an ABO or whatever it is. So just know that whenever we're talking about things like, you know, scaling meta ads and everything like that, that's assuming that you've created good ads. Now, I'm not going to go into how to create good ads right now because it's a difficult thing to cover in a short amount of time while I'm driving. But generally speaking, it comes down to research and understanding your consumer. What makes them tick? What's the desire that we're going after? We like to go after one desire and one avatar, one problem solution within the ad. And then once we've got that ad, we produce different formats of it. So like statics, video, you just see whatever, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I love cost controls, okay? So we use CBO cost caps. So within a CBO campaign, we have different ad sets. We're grouping ad sets by 20 or 30 at the moment. I don't think there's like a sweet spot. I don't think it matters if you got 10 or if you got 50. Like I said, if it's a good ad, it's a good ad. It's going to spend. And if you want to test this theory, duplicate your ads out of your CBO cost cap campaign, put them into like an ASC highest volume and let them run for 7 days and see how they go. I guarantee you with any sort of significant scale, you're not going to hit that CAC target that you're wanting within your cost cap. Then that's why it's not spending in the first place, right? So my strategy is and always will be create volume in terms of good quality creatives, throw them up, let the algo do its thing, let it spend. It's going to scale up and down for us because we use an inflated budget on that cost cap, and the good ads will shine, and that's what drives profitability. And I'll give you guys an example of like a good ad versus a bad ad. Now, obviously I can't show you physically right now, but I'll talk you through the thinking behind it. Let's say you're running a skincare offer, right? Now, everybody knows that skincare, say for example, a mask is used to clear acne or detoxify the skin. So if you grab a product photo and then you put on there, this will get rid of your acne, try it today. You know what I mean? It's boring. Everybody knows that, right? People are looking, or subconsciously what they're actually looking for is a desire. Now, a desire is the why, okay? So why is it that people want to get rid of their acne? Why is it that people want to improve their health? Why is it that someone wants to look good and feel good through the wear of fashion and accessories? And as marketers, that's what we need to tap into because it's the why that drives emotional decisions and buyer behavior. Okay, so understanding human psychology is very important when you're creating ads. So for us, we look at, okay, well, how does the product offer a solution to a problem that our audience has? And then how do we take it a step further and then tap into that desire, which is the why? Okay, now, if you start to do that, you should see an increase in performance. But again, you're not gonna know what the desire is until you do the customer research. So a good way to do your research is to look at things like Reddit forums or watch YouTubers and watch TikToks. You know, like people are posting a lot of TikToks now where they just ramble and talk about their life. You start to understand these type of people, right? And what they respond well to and what they're actually looking for. And as a result of that, you can make better ads. Okay, so it always comes back to understanding your customer better. The other thing that you got to remember, guys, is, and please, like, don't fall into this trap because you just see it on X or whatever. But a lot of brands that are doing big numbers, including ours, we're doing big numbers and we're able to sustain scale because of retention. Yeah. So, like, say we do $1 million in a month of sales, 30 to 40% of that is coming from existing customers. Like, I think that the way that the market's going in terms of low barrier to entry, especially with AI and things like that. It's getting so easy to create a store and just run ads, which is driving up marketing costs. But if you build an actual brand and a business where you have people coming back, they love your product, you got to remember that's where you're going to drive the most profit. Most of your profit doesn't come from first order. It comes from their second, third, fourth, fifth order. Okay, so I think what a lot of you guys need to do, and this is something that I've had to learn the hard way, is focus more on product quality and brand experience. Everyone wants to make money and get that dopamine hit of the first sale, but your business is worth nothing unless you have retention. Okay, so don't neglect your core values as a brand, which should always be quality and putting the customer first. One thing that we've recently done is introduce loyalty rewards, right? So every time someone shops, they get cashback in-store credit that they can then use, and then we've set up email flows to remind them and stuff like that. We've had it live for like, I don't know what, probably like a month or two, yeah. Month or two now, and we've had over 300 customers use their coupon to come back and buy again. So this obviously gives us more cash flow and more profits to then pump back into our funnel to get new people in, and then the cycle repeats, right? So there's a lot more to it than what you see online. And if you are a subscriber of my channel, I'm going to be going into all of these. By the way, this is probably a good time to say, if you haven't already, press subscribe. I hope you're loving this free value that I'm giving you guys. It takes time to produce this content, but hey, I wish I had, a channel like this when I was starting out in e-com.